Review time! Yay! Here we have a video review on the two Tumblr Batmobiles that have come out in the past few years when the movies were out. That sounded really weird. Here you have the one from Batman Begins and the one from The Dark Knight. And one thing to note about my particular versions of the toys are I did my own paint apps on these, so these aren't going to be accurate to if you just buy them from anyone else, from retail or whatever. Unless you can actually find them in retail, because they're actually pretty old toys. Anyway, I digress. I guess we're going to talk about each of them individually, and then I guess differences and whatnot. We're going to start with the Begins version first. A little history on this toy. There were two releases of this tumbler, which was the only differences were the paint apps. I have the first release, which was purple, and as you can see, it's not purple, and I'll tell you why after. But the first release was kind of a mix, kind of a purplish, blackish hue, like mix. Some people had theirs where they had weathering along the edges of the car. Mine didn't have that. And then the second release was a proper paint job, which was black and just gold detailing. So that was the only differences. Mine was the first release, the purple version. But as you can see, I painted over it completely and just sprayed on a matte coat and added my own paint details to make it just a bit more movie accurate. So instead of the gold, I use a bit of the bronze actually. So you have a painted over here. Got these circular things, I don't know what they are, painted here. And these little brackets here and the rear wheels, silver. So nothing about this toy is it has rubber tires, which I really like. Feels very hefty. A nice weight to it. And it has three main buttons on the top right here. It has two modes, which is one is the demo mode when it's packaged in the box and you play with it at the store to test it out. And the only difference with that and I guess the fully on mode is just the amount of time the lights and the sounds go for. So, but I'm not going to show you that, I'm just going to show you the electronics as a whole. So switch on the back, and when you hit it up, it goes in demo mode, but we're going to hit it down. So first gimmick right here on the front. You got lasers for some reason. On the back, he's got a translucent thruster because I really do love that sound effect. Sounds pretty awesome. And then the middle button, which is probably the most significant feature of this toy, hit it. And as you can see, you have green LEDs on there. And you have missile launchers, which do come with missiles, which I did not lose. They're just on my workstation. Just painting those up, because I painted these black. And I'm going to paint those up too. These lights, see, eventually do turn off. And when you close this up again, makes that sound effect. Pretty cool. And now let's go into the Dark Knight version, which, no, we'll get into that later. Has plastic wheels, and the front ones are kind of loose, which I don't really like. Has no electronics. Paint apps. Only thing I did here was the bat pod inside and these circular gold things here. Everything else, this toy was only released with the black and gold color scheme. And since no electronics, it has a painted thruster in the back too. So the gimmicks for this toy, you have two buttons labeled 1 and 2. Hit those in sequence. So you hit 1, you get, and you got missiles on each side. And as you can see Batman right in there. It does come with a Batman figure. Because when you hit number 2, this does shoot out pretty far. And he just hit the Batmobile. Comes with a Batman on a Batpod, which I tried to remove, but as far as I know, you really kind of can't. It's kind of stuck on there. He's still got plastic wheels, although they're a lot nicer than the ones on the Batmobile. The only thing I did in here was, again, because I said I painted the Batpod, I just painted these parts silver and the arm guard. So if you get this guy, it's just going to be all black. For some reason, his eyes are red. You can't see it because my camera does not have autofocus. I don't know why he has red eyes. Looks kind of freaky in my opinion. Well, I guess in general, it just looks kind of creepy. The scale is a bit, it's kind of smaller than the 5-inch ones that came out. Kind of 4-inch this guy is looking. But yeah, rolls very well. Stands up nice. Very cool. You can stick him back in, and you'll feel the pressure of the spring. Stick it like that, and this gets kind of tricky. It's not that hard, just doesn't like cooperating on camera. You push it down, see, downwards and then inwards like that, and you're back in traditional Batmobile mode. One thing I think I forgot to show off was this does the Batman Begins version. It does open up. And you got to see and like a whole bunch of other things inside of there. And you can fit one of the 5-inch figures which came out during the line. This is the Battle Gears Batman. He can hold the handlebars, but due to the tough plastic on his hands, I don't bother with it. It's a 1-seater, so you can only fit 1 figure in there. 2 if you try really hard, but it's not really built for that. So between the two, I like this one a bit more centered. This one feels a lot lighter than this does. I guess it's because of the electronics, and I think the wheels should have a good amount of heft to it too, since these are actually rubber instead of hollow plastic. But overall, they're both nice toys. Actually, I forgot. I also got to notice you can see the front end look very different. There's a lot more clearance on the Dark Knight version, but they're both nice toys. I don't think these will cost you too much if you want to pick them up. But yeah, there you go. The Tumbler, the Batmobile, and yes, they do come in black. So thanks for watching. See you again.